Good evening. I'm Harlan Steffensmeyer, and I will be doing my demonstrative speech on how to play chess. Watching the speech is my sister, my mom, and my dad. Chess is a game that has been around for over 1,000 years. You may think it's hard to play, but it really isn't. It is a strategic game that requires 4 steps. The steps are gather the material, learn about the pieces, learn what the pieces do, and then learn some terms and rules. First, you have to gather the material. What you need is an 8x8 board. You need a total of 32 pieces. There should be 16 pawns, 4 rooks, 4 knights, 4 bishops, 2 queens, and 2 kings. After this, you can start a game, but first you need to learn some different things. Secondly, you need to know about the game pieces. In chess, there's several different types of chessboards. You have a standard, and then you have a more fancy kind. In chess, you have pawns. This is a standard kind, and this is a fancier kind. The pawns go on the second row of your side. You also have the rooks. The rooks go, you have 2 of them, and they go in the corner on your side. So there's 2 corners, 1 for each corner. Then you have the knights, which kind of looks like a horse, or someone riding a horse. They go right next to the rooks. Then you have the bishops. The bishops go right next to the knights. Then you have the queens. The queens go on whatever color they are. So this one is a white queen, so it goes on the white space. Then you have the king. The king goes on the opposite of its color. So this one's white, it goes on the black. Also, pieces can vary from different models, as I showed you. Thirdly, you need to know how each piece moves. The pawn, on its first turn, when it's on the second row, it can move 2 spaces. But after every turn after that, it can only move 1. Another thing about a pawn is it attacks diagonally 1. So this pawn here, this pawn could take out this one. The rooks can move vertically and horizontally, as many spaces as they want. The knights can move forward 2 and over 1, or backwards 2 and over 1. So that means they can go here, 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 or here. They can also go up 1 and over 2, or back 1 and over 2. So then they can go here, 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 or here. Bishops can move anywhere as long as it's diagonally, and it has to be on that color that they start on. So this one started on black, so it has to stay on black, and it can move diagonally any direction. The queen, I think of the queen as a bishop and a rook. So it can move vertically any way it wants, and horizontally any way it wants, and diagonally any way it wants. The king is similar, except it can only move 1. So it can move vertically 1, horizontally 1, or diagonally 1. But it can only go 1 space. Now that you know how each one moves, you can start to play. But first, let's go over some rules. In chess, white goes first. That means this side would go first, and they can make the first move. The object of the game is to get the other person's king in a checkmate. So, when a king is in checkmate, it means that no matter where the king moves, it cannot go anywhere without being taken out. So if it's here and you have a rook here, no matter if it moves this way or this way, it can't get out. If it moves here, 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 it gets taken out by this rook. So no matter what, this king cannot move, so it's in checkmate, and this player wins the game. You also have something called check, which if, let's say we have a rook here and a king here, the rook can take out the king, but the king can move so he won't get taken out. So he's here, so he's safe, and he can't get taken out now. You also have something where if a pawn gets all the way to the other side of the other player's side, So if it gets all the way over here, then you can switch this pawn out for a piece that got taken out earlier. So let's say you had a queen taken out earlier on in the game. You can switch this pawn with this queen. You also have something called castling. So, let's say you have space in between, there's nothing in between the king and this rook. What it means is that you can like switch these two kinda, except the rook goes over 2 and the king goes over 2. And it kind of forms a protective barrier around the king. You can also do it on the other side. So, if there's not any pieces between these two, then, except different from the other one, the king moves over 3 and the rook moves over 2. Alright, now you know the basic rules in terms of chess. In conclusion, learning how to play chess involves 4 simple steps. Gathering the material, learning about the pieces, learning how the pieces move, and learning some terms and rules involved in chess. Now that you know how to play a full game of chess, so go out there and start playing. Thank you.